Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia.
Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia.
All type of hustles and all type of grips, pushing all stereotypes and all type of myths. Look how they talk it fast, yep, they type it swift. They got to get the gab and know just how to recite a script, the formula to keep you mad, show you why your life's a bitch. These awful hypocrites with lies dripping off their lips, but they could give a shit about what you really dealing with. It's all for the bag, all for the cash, all for the drip, they here to get rich. But I ain't here to trip, just offer my analysis and watch the stones start to get thrown at glass palaces. Cause when they spit that bullshit, I gotta challenge it, man. I manhandle it, break it down, dismantle it. Cause if it ain't true, then my dude, I can't stand on it. I can't stand with it, the stance is against it. Witnessing the slaughter of innocent Palestinians like cowboys and settlers, killing off the indigenous. Y'all claim y'all in the right, but it's all wrong. I can't rock with you, something fishy going on, the stench is strong. Tilapia, so we formed a coalition here. Our main mission is stopping you. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia. Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia.
Eclectic collective of skeptics, the Leftist Mafia.
The mob wants victory, but more than that, it wants the total humiliation of its enemies.
Hello. Uh-oh, can't hear you, Lance. Can't hear you. Now I can.
Oh, you can? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, hello, everyone. What a way to start the show. How you doing?
In silence. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. I guess once again, I mean, Rebecca said she was going to join us today. Maybe she'll be here in a little bit. Rebecca also said she was going to join us last week, and she didn't. But
we'll be pleasantly surprised. That's what,
Yeah.
You just we'll do our thing, and hopefully she will grace us with her presence.
Yeah, I mean, it's the holiday season.
It is.
Mike Figueredo of the Humanist Report. He's usually one of the regulars, along with me and Lance, who always make sure to be here. But this is the time of the year where Mike takes off, so we got Mike out. David Dole is David Dole. Oh, who knows where he is? And Ariana is again, don't know where she is either.
It's the holidays. Everyone's busy.
It's holidays. Yeah. And Rebecca, last week she wanted to join, but she got stuck in traffic. She said she should be here this week, but who knows? We'll see. But you got me and Lance. We're 1 week away from this time next week. You'll be if you celebrate Christmas, you'll be celebrating Christmas. So this is the last show of the when is New Year's? Is this the last show of the year, or next Thursday is January 1st. So I guess it's really up to us because no one parties on the night of January 1st. So maybe some of us will be here. I don't know. If it was the 31st, I could tell you we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's true. This might be the first show until the 8th. Looking at the calendar.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely no show next week because it's Christmas. Oh, wait, yes. Look at this. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to see here. Speak of the devil. Oh, here she is.
What was y'all saying? Y'all was what
we were talking shit.
No. We were just talking about how we don't know who's showing up today. That's all.
You was coughing just now. Was that?
No, that was me. That was me choking.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that your tell? Is that like if I play poker with Binder and I hear him cough? That's what I know.
Right. I can't help but cough when I get nervous. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Happy holidays, Rebecca. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I miss you guys.
Yeah, same. We thought you were going to join us last week, but you got stuck I was letting people know that you got stuck in traffic last week, and that's why.
And when I was in the car, I was so tired. I'm like, baby, I ain't gonna make it. I gotta get upstairs. I gotta get myself together. I gotta do all the things, and I was doing the thing where people get off of work and think about their life and want to take a nap in the car, but it was nighttime. And anybody who knows Atlanta traffic, it's ridiculous right now. I don't know why. Maybe because people are here, or maybe because construction right now is ridiculous on the highways. I don't know. But I got home, I got in the parking lot. It was brick outside that night. It was, I think it was like a good 30 degrees. But I know y'all in New York. Well, you're in New York and you're in Canada, so y'all know cold is cold. Yep. But for here, it's like, why is it this cold? When I lived in New York, when I lived in Brooklyn, I used to ask myself, like, why does my face hurt? Like, why do I live somewhere where my face hurts in the winter? But it changed. It started being like just cool during the winters in the last few years, but I think now this year it's cold, right?
It's been cold this season, so it's not even winter. It's not even winter yet. Do we realize that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been cold.
It's been cold.
Yeah, so I mean, we had a cold front here in New York. 30 degrees is when the weather started getting nice here. We had a couple of days where, and there's something going around too. A lot of people catching the flu around here. In my kids' school, like half of my son's class was out. People were with the flu, and my 6-month-old, we went in for her 6-month checkup, and the doctor was like,
"She's 6 months already."
Yeah. And the doctor was like, "Oh, I recommend the flu shot. They could start getting it at 6 months because something's going around." And it's something. Yeah.
I just know I can't believe she's 6 months already, because I just remember when you sprung it on us that my girl had a baby like 2 minutes ago, but I'm here. I'm like, wait, what? She was pregnant. You had a new baby. What's going on? And now she's 6 months. This is crazy. Time flies.
Time does fly. Yep.
What is her name?
Effie.
Not you named her Effie.
Yeah.
Like what brought on Effie? That's a good vintage strong name. Right. What made you name her Effie?
Well, we got a few vintage names with the kids. We got my son is Ezra. Oh, my first daughter is Enid.
Okay.
And then there's Effie.
I'm thinking that your partner's name starts with an E.
No, this was accidental. We accidentally realized we were naming them E, and then for the third one, we were like, we got to keep the pattern going now. We got to.
I like it.
Cool.
I like it. No, Effie is a good, strong name. Baby gonna grow up and be Effie. Because a lot of people the reference to Effie is for Dreamgirls. So
I
Effie
forgot about that one.
Yeah. A lot of people, always the reference for Effie is always for Dreamgirls. So, but that's a good, strong name for a little white baby. That's crazy.
Well, they are Latino too, but that's white as well.
Okay, good. Because we didn't know that. Okay, so that makes a little sense. They got a little color in them. All right. Okay, there's balance.
For Ezra, we just like the name.
That's a beautiful name. That's a biblical name. I mean, I know it's
it is. It's a
strong name.
Yeah. It is, and then for Enid, I don't know if you're familiar with the comic and movie Ghost World, where the main
I'm not, but I was going to go with the garden.
I know of Ghost World
in the Bible,
but it's not Eden, it's Enid.
Oh, Enid.
Yeah.
Oh, see, here come hit me just trying to make all your babies biblical names. Okay, Enid. Okay, so you named them after the comic.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like the character from the comic book / movie Ghost World. Okay. And then Effie, there's a few places where that name is from, but for my wife, she was a big fan of the British TV show Skins, and there's a character on that show named Effie.
Okay.
Never seen Skins. Right. Is it good?
I like it. I love when
too into it, but
babies have names because there's origins. There's I name my baby this because some people are naming their kids. Remember what's that man name that we don't see no more? Elon Musk. He named his baby like some kind of digit or something. What was it?
Yeah.
It's XLR or something. It's got symbols that are not normal, right? Again,
Yeah,
I
that what is that?
You're insulting the Elven language. I'm like, I
They
didn't
tried
know.
to pull a Prince when Prince
What is
changed
that
his name to the symbol.
Yeah.
What is that weird
The
letter
article
that's
is,
like half A, half E? Do you know? That's what one of the. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
My brother, my eldest brother,
A12.
he got to America and he started seeing people name their children like Apple and like Tree
Water.
and North, stuff like that. So he named his son Z. One is named Green. He's born on Christmas Day. I'm like, you couldn't name baby Jesus. You couldn't name that baby anything else, but he named him Green. His brother is named Red. And the daughter, who is she's born on the same day as me, May 15th. She's 1 year old. She's named Goldie. So you have Green, Red, and Goldie, and I hate it all so much. But I love my children. My nieces and nephews love them. They're the youngest, but he done came to America and was realizing they name their babies all these type of names, And my son, he was born on Christmas Day, so I'll do Green. The other one wasn't born near Christmas, but he's red, and Creole that means strong. The definition of
close
the
to
word
February could be a Valentine's Day color too, red.
The baby ain't born near Valentine's. It's a swear. But he's a Haitian baby, and so his
red hot summer baby could be red.
Baby born in the spring. But I will give him, a pass because in Creole, red means strong or hard or whatever. So that's like the definition of that. So he named the baby that, but the baby goes by his middle name, which is Doobie. And there's an African artist named Lucky Doobie, passed away. But he named him after that. So it's Red Doobie and Green Ethan, but they decided we're not going to go with Ethan. We're going to go with Green. So in school, they'd be like, Green, Green. And I'm just like, oh, but now it's just like, okay, Green, I don't know if he knows his name is awkward yet. But we treat him like all, regular, just Green. My mom just can't comprehend in her Haitian accent. She's just like, why Green? Like, why Green? But my brother don't speak no English, but here he is naming the kids. The American colors.
Hey, if it works, it works.
It works. The baby's name is Goldie. I think Goldie is more of I've heard like Goldie Hawn.
Goldie, that's who I think of. Goldie Hawn, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good name. She's adorable. She shines. It works. It works. So, but people name their kids, and I just feel like everything is in a name. So, but your children's names are beautiful, Matt. So
thank you.
I'm just giving the audience a little something into your life because we ain't know about the baby until you told us on the day. You're like, yeah, I had a baby like 5 minutes ago, but I'm here.
I thought people maybe I do a bunch of different streams and shows, and I never remember who I'm telling what. So I thought I mentioned it on here, but maybe I mentioned
it here because we were all shocked. Like, you had a baby.
I was like a third.
Right. Like, what? Like, we know you're a dad, but I
did. I apologize. Didn't mean to do it on purpose. I also, I don't like to. I got no problem talking about my kids. I love talking about them, but I also don't like those parents who don't shut up about their kids. So there's got to be like a middle ground where like you got to do it so much enough that the kids are still cute, and the audience listening isn't like, I don't care about those kids anymore.
No, I think now is a good time, but I also do think, which I do understand, like exposing, if I was a mother, exposing my children on the internet because people are so mean. Somebody put in the chat, like Beyonce named her child Blue, and I remember a lot of people were really mean about the name at first and what the baby looked like and all the those things. So with being on the internet and being a public figure in some way, like your baby is susceptible to what you get. So if people aren't like pleased with what you said, they'll find a picture of your child and say mean things or stuff like that. So I definitely understand keeping that area of your life private. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'll post pictures of them sometimes. It'll always really bother me when someone wants to be an asshole in the comments for the post with their picture. It's like you could literally pick any post you want
But you
and
chose this one.
call me whatever, knock me for whatever. You could even Photoshop a picture of me to make me look stupid if you want. I don't care. Just I wouldn't do that to someone else's picture with their kids.
Oh yeah,
The
don't go
kids,
after
the kids to me are always off limits no matter what. Now, if my kid grows up to be an adult and gets involved in a public sort of life, then you could go after them for what they say when they're an adult in that context. But as long as they're kids, you gotta leave them alone. And I do that for other people too. Like I don't go after Barron Trump, and he's now old enough.
He's old. He's old. No.
But you know what? I don't even until he gets involved, like Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. I have no reason to say anything about him.
Yeah,
I
no,
believe
totally.
it.
I went through the trouble of taking a picture of Jack Posobiec going to Disneyland with his kids. I blurred the kids' faces out because I was like, that's not part of my burn in me posting this. I was just posting a picture of him going to Disneyland because he was one of the people saying like anyone who goes to Disneyland is a groomer. If you take your kids to Disneyland, you're a groomer. And then there was a picture of him with his kids at Disneyland. So I just blurred the kids' faces and posted it. And then I was like, this you? And yeah, you can attack people without attacking the children. It's not hard.
Yes.
Yeah. So what about you, Lance? Do you want any kids? Look, here go me being an old lady. When you gonna have some kids? Like when you gonna bring the babies around?
Maybe I have like 12 kids around the world and I don't even know.
Look, people who say that you was a Rolling
Yeah.
Stone before you got married.
No.
What's going on?
I feel so weird how sometimes you'll talk to people and they'll be like, oh, I probably have kids I don't even know about. And you're like, how do you have children you don't know about?
Did you give to like a sperm bank or something?
No, I'm just being silly. I don't.
I'm like,
I don't have an international. Although I have seen documentaries on dudes who do that. That's an actual thing. Like guys who are like, I have to have like thousands of children, so I go around the world.
Oh, there
banks and stuff like that. Like
there's horror stories of people doing stuff illegal with that shit too. Like
yeah. I knew that it was like illegal. Like there's doctors who have there's a case in Canada where a doctor actually was he worked in a fertility clinic and he was actually getting women pregnant with his sperm, but he didn't tell anyone. So there was thousands of kids who found out years later that they were like, one of his kids. And someone I knew in university found out while they were going to school that they were one of those kids and like, unfortunately suffered depression and all this problems from it, but really fucked up that like, a doctor did that shit. And wasn't the only one either. Yeah.
Somebody said Celeste said nobody wants to bring kids into this world, baby, into this current world. If you have a partner, like if you are married or have a partner and you guys are together and you have your children, I think that's good. But baby, being knocked up right now with just the man you met yesterday, or somebody who was unsure of you or other things, it ain't right. Even having a pet in a relationship breakup in this day and age, it ain't right. I had a friend, she broke up with her boyfriend at the time. She left the house. They had an argument. She came back to get the dog. It was a baby. Came back to get the dog. Couldn't find the dog. Don't know where the dog went. Don't know where the dog is until this day. And
wow,
that's
messed up.
It was devastating. That was her dog, and he was, just to be rude, just to be nasty because of the breakup, went and did something with that dog. Not even sure,
Jesus.
but
I mean, dogs under the law, dogs are considered property. So if she wanted to, she could have pursued it legally.
I wish she knew that. That was like 10 years ago. So I wish she knew that at the time, but it was one of those things. It was like, let me get out of this relationship. This guy's a psycho. If he can do this, I'm just like, I don't want any parts of it. But yeah, I remember this dog. I remember she put her, like, that was her baby and went back to get that baby, the dog, and because first of all, people about their dogs. I thought it was just white people, but it's everybody about their dogs. Like they don't that's their child. So going back.
I would go John Wick so fast.
Yeah. And so
I thought the story was going to be like the boyfriend kept the dog and wouldn't give her back, which while that would suck, at least you would know where the dog was, if the dog was doing okay or not. But the fact that there's just nothing that
nobody knows what happened to that dog.
Yeah,
that dog is, I pray that with a good family, maybe brought to the pound or vet or something like that, but the dog is gone and she never tried to get information, tried to ask about where the dog was. He never gave any information about it and was really vindictive and nothing. So I was like, damn, and I remember she really put a lot in to get the dog and take care of the dog. And it was just a baby and all the things. And so, yeah, so even in relationships, getting knocked up and even having a pet, in a breakup. So just as long as you are, in your relationship, it's tried and true. Okay. And you guys are ready to have a child in this economy, in this country, good, but it ain't no sense in bringing a baby into this world. And with 2 states, not really 2, but with less states than before being able for you to even have the option for your right to either have a child or not, please just wrap it up. I sound like the people in high school where they only told us to wrap it up or you get herpes. That was the 2 things. They never told us any in between. It was you wrap it up or you get herpes. They never told us about anything else.
And pregnancy. Like you'll get someone pregnant the first time you have sex without a condom. That was basically it. You're like, oh my God.
Like they taught us
I didn't know it was scary.
nothing. Like they taught us nothing. You really had to learn as you go and be like, so am I pregnant or do I have herpes? You didn't know anything else.
Two outcomes. Yeah. This is our PSA, everybody. Wear condoms. Condoms are cheap.
Condoms.
They're available everywhere. Wear them. They will provide protection.
There's all types
no
too.
Pregnancies, no STDs.
Yes, we are pro condoms here on the Leftist Mafia because there's all types for whatever floats your boat. They got all kinds. If you're into weird
Technology
stuff, they got the type. If you like it hot and cold, they got the type. If they got the barely there. I heard that they got the types. Please wrap it up if you ain't ready.
So what are we talking about today?
Yeah, we were talking about
what has been going on? There's been a lot going on, and so I'm not sure what you guys talked about on the last episode that I missed. But
we were talking about, I think at the time the big story was Candace Owens going.
That's over now. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, she already met with Erica Kirk, right? And they've let bygones be bygones.
She became
probably
part of the conspiracy.
What happened? She became part of it?
She met with Erica Kirk and they had a 4.5 alleged very productive meeting. And then right after that, she basically decided that she's not going to go after Turning Point as much anymore. And it seems like the whole thing's over. I mean, we can joke about it and I won't ruin anyone's bits, but I will say that it just seems like 2 people got behind the scenes. They tried to silence Candace Owens, but she's just too powerful now. She's just too much of a titan in the industry. And so they probably brokered a deal. I'm guessing it was like, something along the lines of what will it take for you to stop, directly fucking with the organization. And
it felt weird because I wasn't keeping up with it, but I still could catch up, coming on the internet and seeing the random clips of Candace Owens. I think the latest one that I seen a few days ago was her saying, I told you guys one of the things that I do is get a little bit angry and react out of anger and speak out of anger and speak out of turn and those type of things when I get angry. So she was saying that was one of her downfalls as a person, her characteristic that she doesn't like about herself. And so I'm like, damn, did Erica Kirk get in there and be like, girl, say my name again, mention my husband again, I'm gonna take your house, your kids gonna be on the streets, you're gonna have nothing. So get on the internet, apologize in whatever way you need to, and say you're never gonna speak about Turning Point again. Which is crazy because Candace Owens, since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, she has been saying like, "Don't follow Turning Point. They're a scam." You know how she does. Once you get to going,
she said they knew. Like someone at Turning Point knew about the assassination.
She said they knew. She said it was a setup. Yeah. She said all those things. This was out of Candace Owens' mouth. Countless podcasts and talking points and those type of things. And then now just to see, you would think, because it started off like, okay, she was saying like, they were coming after me, and then she was still saying that in what she was saying, but she's like, but I was just mad, and I realized that when I'm mad, I say things, and and that I told you guys it's one of the things that I do that I don't like, and blah blah blah. So I'm like, what did that lady come in there and tell you? She told you to leave her husband's name out of you. No matter what you know, don't speak again, or I will take everything from you. And I feel like Candace was like shook and came back and was like, I'm not going to say anything about that anymore. I was wrong in a way. Like she stretched it, but kind of like got to I was wrong, and I won't say anything else about that.
It definitely seems like she changed completely after that meeting, and then dropped so much of the worst parts of the conspiracy. So
how is her audience reacting to this? Because that's so obviously like
very negative.
Anyone else? Oh, they are acting negatively. All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, if well, there's no way to have a metric, because I can't tell you like, well, based on the data from this and this, she got this many more, because I haven't actually done that.
When you go on her,
are posting huge amounts of her YouTube comments, just being like, I trusted you. Why the fuck are you dropping this? You told us not to believe lies. You said everything is fake and gay. Now you're fake and gay. That was your slogan, because that was your slogan for a while, fake and gay. Like everyone's lying to you about Charlie Kirk. They're fake and gay, and now they're all just being like, you're the one who is now fake and gay, and all this other stuff like that. Like, I think like you can't
there's such children, right? I swear though, like faking gay. What the fuck?
I mean, that's their thing. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, you can't prime your audiences for this much conspiracy theories and then just be like, stop. you can't just be like,
forget about it.
Yeah, she accused the French government a couple weeks ago of assassinating Charlie Kirk, potentially wanting to assassinate her, being in conjunction with the Israeli government, Mossad agents, potentially high-end people in the Trump administration, potentially Turning Point USA, and maybe even Erica knew about it. Like, that's how far she had gone. You can't just be like, I get carried away sometimes, No. Who doesn't get carried away, right?
No. Yeah. You can't just do that, but she did it. You can't just do that and think that people are going to just go with it. And again, this is people from kind of the same side of the coin, right? But there's like different branches to it, and Candace is black. I'm like, girl, now I want you to know, like, people will ride with you until they're not riding with you. And here you are, you met with her and people were expecting it to be spicy, because even on that side there is division, as we see, because that's why allegedly Charlie Kirk, they did what they did, because there's a division amongst them. But people were waiting for that salaciousness. They wanted to come back and hear, because a lot of people are going with the fact that Candace really rides for Kirk, even after his death, and it's like, remember she said, I don't care what they do to me, I'm going to make sure that his name is still out there, and I'm going to make sure that the story gets told, and it's gonna it's going to be up to me. She really took on that bed, right? Because they say take up your bed and walk, and she took that. But when Erica said, you sit with me and tell everybody you're gonna sit with me, and after that, she had a change of tune, which is, we know that when people change their tune like that, something must have been said, something must have been threatened, something must have happened there. And that's just what I feel, because how you go so hard, for months, and then just turn around and be like, well, I was just on my period. I hated that for her. I was like, girl, that sucks. Like, for you to come out and be like, I just had an attitude, I was just, and it was like, nah. But still don't like Candace. Didn't like her before that. Don't like her after, so let them fight amongst themselves, because Erica Kirk is still gonna sit on people's couch and I think she's crying, I don't know, but do something, performative. She's still going to do that. And they're still going to give her money. And she's still going to use that man's podcast. She's still going to, like, those things are still going to happen, whether we like it or not, whatever Candace says or not, it's still going to happen. I don't think Candace has as much power as we see that Erica has garnered immediately after the death of her late husband. So, yeah.
I will say this: it was stunning to see how much power Candace has accumulated in this process, though. Just because they tried to do the thing they always do, where they try to like shut up someone who is causing trouble in the right wing podcast circuit. So, like, Steven Crowder went after her, Tim Pool went after her, Megyn Kelly was kind of on the fence, Matt Walsh went after her, Tucker Carlson said like there's no conspiracy. Like, they had all of the right wing pundits coming after Candace Owens, and then Barry Weiss went on CBS and did like the Erica Kirk town hall. The Erica Kirk calls out Candace Owens special, like that was on mainstream news and everything, and Candace wasn't backing down that whole time. Like, I feel she grew to the point where she was beating them at the Game of White Supremacy podcast host. Like, she's the number one. The day she came back from Erica Kirk's thing, she had 320,000 live viewers. 320,000. Yeah, I was like,
she's benefiting.
That's Tim, Hassan, Crowder, like all of the Daily Wire combined into one person. She's become more powerful than all of them. So I think she might have had some leverage in that meeting where they sat down and she was like, I'm assuming Erica was just like, we need to make this go away. How can we do this? Like, what?
Well, how do we do this? Is listen, heifer. Keep saying my husband's name and making me look crazy. You're going to have to go and use your platform and say the opposite. I don't care what that makes you look like, but you're going to have to do something different. And different looks like making you look stupid and not me. So if you want your kids to see another day at school, if you want, if you want to keep doing your podcast, you need to shut the hell up and tell the people right now something different. And that girl turned on her camera. And it was like a little bit of a struggle because she was just like going around and around and like literally, they said this and they said that. And she was still saying that and then ended up with, but it's just maybe I had an attitude that day. I told you guys that I struggle with the attitude. And I was like, girl, what? But that was from the clip I saw. I didn't go in and watch the whole segment or the whole podcast that she did or the video that she did. I didn't do it, watch it. That's not my thing, but I did go off of the clips that were going, and they were long enough for me to pull that information. So yeah, but whatever. Now, okay, so we have that. Then we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, bald-headed behind. She's out here, remember just the other day, it was like, I too am just like you. I was fooled by the Trump administration. And the same way that I thought he was somebody, I was fooled. And now me being Boo Boo the Fool, I got to leave just so that I can, save America, whatever, her BS. And then a lot of people, and I mean like enough people that I saw online were, and it was so crazy because I was looking in the comment section of some of the posts and people, white women were like, hear her out though. She was a victim. And she just like was, somebody was like, she's so courageous for doing this.
Yeah, she's brave.
And we should support her. Feminists were really riding this. And I'm like, y'all, and this is for me, like the left itself, most times right now, that it takes nothing for the opposition, because I got to break that down for people who don't know what the ops are. The opposition to do something that is nothing, right? Too little, too late, baby. Like, baby, they done killed so many people. People are hungry. There are still laws in place because of them people on that side who have, signed for, rallied for, stopped, people who have been a part of voter suppression, all the things. Your grandma can't get her, your grandma Effie, she can't get her medication because
Grandma Effie.
She can't get her medication because of what this administration has done. This administration and their peers and all the people who ride for them has done. And here you are now saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, but the same Marjorie Taylor Greene that was sitting on people's couches and was on The View and was all on these other, broadcasts, all these things. She's now making sure that before she leaves, transgender people are not able to get the gender affirming care that they need right?
That's her final bill that she just put through.
Yeah. To make sure that it's criminalized. So here you are, right? Like Marge and people are like, don't y'all, it's not even too soon. Like, she's just not a good person. You should not. And I'm somebody who is very, very pro forgiving, because I feel like, even for me, if you look at, which there are not there anymore, but tweets from when I was like 18 to who I am today, they are polar opposite, right? In today's day and age, I would have to apologize for a lot of the things that I was engaging in or whatever on the internet, just because of things that I was brought up in my culture or around or whatever. There was just no knowledge. And no, this is the person that is deep-seated bad.
Yeah, she never tried to change either, though. That's the difference, right? It'd be one thing if Marjorie Taylor Greene had come forward and been like, hey, by the way, I completely reject all of my prior racism, homophobia, transphobia. I'm going to work towards helping these communities and bettering them. I can't believe all this fucked up shit. All she did was basically say, I'm not going to do past the bare minimum of protecting the rapist pedophile president at this moment in time. I've done it in the past, but right now I'm not going to do it. That's what she did. And it wasn't just like, I agree with you. You saw tons of like, basically like white Democrats being like, oh, she's a hero now. But you also saw like some so-called progressive, hosts being like, we should have conversation with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We should, share a beer with her, find out where we agree on a certain issue. And I was always like, this is the worst possible strategy I've ever heard, because anyone who is that far right, it's like aligning with Nick Fuentes because he says he hates Israel. It's like, you don't gain anything from aligning with a Nazi because they're Nazis. They hate everything, right? Like, and you can work much better than finding the Marjorie Taylor Greene who you like agree with 10% of things on, with the person who you might actually agree with 90% on, who's also working towards like leftist policies. Not Marjorie Taylor Greene, the bigot. So fuck, like, honestly, all those people who for the past couple months have been like, oh, she's anti-war. I was like, she's a war profiteer. She has tens of thousands of dollars in war stocks. To pass that transphobic bill she just did, I don't know if both of you saw, but she decided not to vote on the restrictions for like defensive arms bill that was going through, and instead was like, well, I capitulated on that one so I could bring forward my transphobic bill. And I was like, great. So she's just shit.
There are people, because there are people always looking for support of issues that traditionally didn't have a lot of support. For example, with what's going on in Gaza with Israel, until recently, the Palestinian cause wasn't such a popular issue in the mainstream. I mean, by far, you were considered to be the in mainstream media, or even in mainstream society. If you weren't pro-Israel, you were considered to be the one who was off kilter or whatever. But that's since changed. But there are still people who are coming from that old, I guess, older feeling. So when they see someone of any sort of stature supporting, or they feel like is supporting Palestine, then they want to give that person a chance. They want that person to be a part of it. I think that's, I understand the feeling for that, but someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene's not that person, just like you wouldn't do the same with Nick Fuentes. A lot of people on the right are anti-Israel, but could not give a shit about the Palestinians. And people need to realize that. But they don't make that obvious. I want to make that clear. They know that just by criticizing Israel and just not saying anything about Palestine, they can weave that, that thread of feeling like they could get accepted by people who are pro-Palestinian or pro-Palestine. People need to be careful about that. And I'm not saying that to knock any. I am clearly someone who is on the pro-Palestine side of things. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm saying not everyone, your enemy's enemy is not always your friend. It's not how it always works.
No,
that's true. It's politics. I think that people also have expectations, especially on things like Palestine and things like that for their favorite politician, especially right now. It's like if you said this or did this, and for example, I'm going to go with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, right? She's running for Senate right now. And a lot of people are misquoting or using like old footage from a clip and saying that, you know, because she said this, and you can't even vote for her because you don't live in Texas. But people are saying, you know, I wouldn't vote for her or things like that. I did a video on this, and I just feel that while I can understand if that were the case, exactly what they were trying to make it be. Okay, but it's not, right? But at the same time, like you were saying, your favorites may not have the same exact view on you with you about that thing. But I think in right now, especially, we got to be careful with who we support and not support. Marjorie Taylor Greene is somebody who from the jump, from the beginning, from entry, okay, has told you so many ways, even though she just recently sat down on so many couches trying to give you tears, the white woman tears, the crocodile tears, to support her. And after all she's done, and then what she is still currently making sure that she does, to tell you to empathize and sympathize with her because she was a victim. And that's the difference between her and our Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who, you know, you may not like for some other reasons, but we need to get people in office. And I just feel like the expectations on politicians, I don't trust neither one of them. I don't care if you see, this is not 2008 where you vote because the person black, right? Because they're a minority. That was a good time. It was nice, right? But that's not what we on right now, right? What do we need? What do the people need?
I mean, I actually, you know, in 2008, I thought Obama was really good for a multitude of reasons. The fact that he was
good. I'm glad.
The fact that he was black was just a cherry on top, really.
But the black folks, I'll tell you what the black folks did. We was like, oh, he black. Oh, baby, so no, we don't need to know nothing else. He black. And so, you know, and while that was a great time, and that was my first time ever voting, and I'll vote again the same way if it was 2008. But because I work in politics for the last decade and all the things that you know, and all the things you think differently, but at the same time, and this, you think about the times that we're in. Keep playing, and we're gonna mess around and keep putting ourselves back. We don't have. What are the other options? Think about the other options. Think about what we have now. This is politics. I did a video on Jasmine Crockett, and I was saying, you know, this is too reminiscent of the Kamala Harris, to me, situation, the Stacey Abrams. It's the more so the idea of somebody removing themselves from a place that people are comfortable with so much and saying like, okay, girl, now you're doing too much trying to do this. I think we need you just here. And it's like, okay, how can we make any changes? Nobody else is trying to get this seat. Nobody else is trying to, you know, fight here. She's actually risking.
Well, there is another candidate who,
yes, absolutely. I think she's 8 points. I think she's above this person like 8 points as of like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think listen. I agree with you. I think that recent clip of hers has been explained. It's not a great clip, but it's not a great clip. But it's also not exactly how
the full story.
How it's being portrayed when you don't watch it. Like the way it's being described is not 100% accurate either. But it's also not a great clip. Yeah. I think, you know, I think in terms of this particular seat, I do worry about those reporting I've heard where the Republicans would prefer her to win because they think in the general she's easier to beat than the other candidate. That doesn't mean I don't like her. I just think we have to wait and see, and I just hope the candidate that could beat the Republicans win. If that's her, that's great.
And
but
that's,
if it's, yeah,
that I'm with you on that one. Now, my preference would be that, but I can't vote in Texas. Now, I would love for the people to vote. Yep. I would love for the people to vote correctly in Texas, just like they did in New York. But I would love for people to come out and do the proper thing. At least just get somebody. I said, even if she doesn't win, I just think the bigger picture is, I think it's beyond just the Palestinian thing. I think that people are uncomfortable with seeing somebody try to move from a certain position that they're already praised for and what they're known for, being loud and being proud and being that, and trying to do something different. I think we need more of that, because these positions, a lot of people are holding up the seats for decades, not doing anything, not saying anything, not making any changes or differences. It's just the same thing over and over. They're just your representative and not doing anything for you. So I think in this time, we do need changes that make sense for especially these particular states that have it bad. Florida, Georgia, Texas, like we know that these places have it the worst. So making positive changes and not fueling the fire to just be like, I'm gonna sit this one out. We gotta really make changes, or we're going to have, or these states and our peers and our friends and families are going to have a representation that isn't representation, that's going to hurt them more, and taking away rights every time we wake up, every time we go to sleep, every minute, it's going to be that. So that's all I am. But there is, like you said, Matt, there's, somebody else who is running for the same seat. And so just make the right decision. Just as long as we have somebody else that is not, we're putting people in place that are not going to be people who hurt us in the long run. And I think that is where we should go. We got to be moving towards change. We got to be moving toward people who actually think about the people.
Right.
And so, I want to say, like, Palestine isn't the only issue. It is a major issue, and people should be on the right side of it. Don't get me wrong. But there are so many other ones too. We got to make sure, like, you want your, like I said, Grandma Effie to get her medicine. You want those things. You want to be able to, for you to go in and get your medicine. You don't want to go to work and then they say, we don't want to hire you because you're disabled, you're Black, or you're Asian, or you're whatever. You want these things to be a thing. You want to be able to say, I'm not ready to be a mom. I'm not ready to be a parent right now. So, or I want my gender affirming care. You want a representative who can do that or help you with that, especially at the state and local level. You want that. So be smart about it.
Right. Yeah. Listen, if you could vote in that election, in the primary, vote for, campaign for who you want, work for who you want. In the primary, vote for who you want. But especially in a situation where the electoral makeup is what it is in Texas, once there's a primary winner, coalesce around the candidate that wins. It's what we should do. It's what we should do, and it's what the not everyone in the Democratic establishment did for Zohran Mamdani, but it was the right thing to do for the people who did coalesce around Zohran after he won the primary. So we should do the same in every election, because that's the right thing to do, especially when we're trying to defeat a Republican.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And the only criticism that I actually have, because I've had criticism of her in the past, I ain't scared to criticize nobody. But the only criticism I have is, like, don't focus so much on the things that are being said about you, but focus more on the policies that you want to bring to your people. I'd rather hear more of that. What are you trying to bring? How are you trying to bring it? Really focusing on that, because every question that's being brought to you is the same damn thing. Every single time somebody talks to you, I think you should spin it and say, this is what I'm trying to do for the people, how I'm going to do it. I think I want to hear more of that from her moving forward, but that's pretty much it, but yeah, that, what else is going on
I had a question to ask to Americans. Is there a general sentiment in the US right now that y'all could go to war at any day? Because just watching it from the outside, I feel that, like, every day I'm like,
with who?
With Venezuela. I just feel like randomly is going to be like, hey, by the way, we're launching Operation Supreme Freedom Force, and it's happening, and we're bombing Venezuela today. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, I guess it's happening.
I do wonder, I think he could do anything, obviously, but I do wonder if he would hold back simply because he likes this idea. It's not true, but obviously if you launch a full-scale war, you can't even pretend it's true anymore, that he's like the peace guy. That would totally derail his his dream of winning a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean,
Oh, he already
obviously,
got the FIFA one. He's
well, I think he knows that's not the. I think even he knows it's not the same. I mean, listen, I think
These
you know,
cards from
there's.
Army.
I don't think anyone's under the illusion that he is the peace guy, and that he isn't responsible for a lot of terrible things going on in the world. And I think he knows that as well, deep down inside. But at the same time, you could at least pretend up until you start like the full scale war, and then you can't pretend anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been following it, but you guys are educating me on that. I've seen some things and people talking about it, especially on TikTok. I've seen people put up some videos, but
yeah, basically Trump, Trump is there's reporting that he's getting closer and closer to just starting a full scale war with Venezuela. I mean, they've moved from my understanding military in the area. They're still striking any boat that they see that they think or pretend to think is a drug smuggling, but reporting from the area has come out that on numerous occasions it's just been like local fishermen and whose families are destroyed because the guy just went out to make his living as he usually did, and now he's dead because of the Trump administration. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a shame what's going on. I don't know what else to say. I mean, a shame is not even, I think, gets to the level of what it should be called, but it's tragic that there's no one doing anything to stop it. Like we're powerless. Like, what do you do to stop something like this? I mean, it's horrible.
Yeah, this administration does its best to terrorize a lot of different countries, and we see how within our country in America that they well, not you, Lance, but with over here in the deep, dirty America, what they're doing is, especially with this administration, they already tried to frame it with how they're restricting different countries and things like that to make it seem like, oh, these are already bad countries. People who come from these countries are criminals. Venezuela, Haiti, they're trying to move in on Nigeria, all the things, and we're going to restrict them and we're going to make them terrorists and we're going to put them on our banned list, so that that these people are not only criminals, they're terrorists. And so, it was bad when it was mostly brown countries, Middle Eastern countries. And now it's just adding all of these different countries because Donald Trump just feels like, I don't like them people. So now I should let you know why I don't like them, which are not valid reasons. And then now I'm going to tell you why I want to just start a war over there. And it's like, people are, like you were saying, Matt, people are dying. People waking up, going to work, and coming home because of Donald Trump's, this administration's reasonings, which are not valid, for why they don't like the people, why they are a threat to America. And that's why we should start a war with these countries. And they're vulnerable countries. And so if it's almost like he's picking on these countries and to infiltrate and start war and whatever he wants to do else, over there, whatever else he wants to do. I think when we see this, it's like the abuse of power at another level, but this is nothing less than Donald Trump. This is who he is, and this is what we're going to see more of, constantly just making, like, Haiti just qualified. They'll be at, what is it, FIFA? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, they be, what is it called? FIFA. What is the thing that they doing?
World Cup. World Cup.
The World Cup. Okay, yeah, the World Cup. Okay.
Oh boy.
They'll be at the World Cup. They'll be at the World Cup here in Atlanta, actually. And
are you going?
The tickets.
I know, but wait, I heard.
Did you say $4,000?
They're thousands of dollars, but I heard that FIFA has finally agreed to give each club or I don't know the full details. There's going to be a limited number of $60 tickets.
Yes,
for local. True.
Couldn't find it when they said it, so I don't know if it's available now.
It's not available yet. No. But I feel like Rebecca. I feel like if Haiti, the team, gets a certain number of tickets to disperse, and you being who you are and such an advocate for, I feel like you can apply, or you should reach out and be like, I would love to, and cover it even. And I think
that would be
you'd be able to
great.
get. We get.
If that happens, I promise you guys I would do it. I looked up the tickets immediately when I saw the news. It was immediate. So I should look it up now. It's probably, I don't know. It's probably sold out, because I can imagine if they said limited, because they made such a fuss about, excuse me, like we can't even, first of all, Trump immediately made sure that I know I said, for people, and especially in that, it was a press conference with the head of FIFA, whatever it is, World Cup, I don't know, but the head of the people over there at soccer, and and they were like, okay, we're going to give you guys tickets for your friends and family from these countries, just apply for people who don't have visas or things like that, and we'll speed the process up for you to make sure you're able to come and rep your countries and support. And Donald Trump immediately was like, yeah, Haiti, not you. I think Iran. I think Iran was the only other country that. From
my understanding, there's some Iranian players who think they're not even able to get into the country to play, let alone attend. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And you see, it's like, not y'all, because terrorists, criminals, we don't want y'all here, right? And so, which is not true, but that's what he generalized.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So and so that was immediate. So everybody was making a fuss about that. They didn't say much about it. There was no commentary about it. Of course, it made the news, but nothing else moved forward. But when the ticket prices people were making, like okay, we can't even, the people here in the States who are Iranian or Haitian or whatever, we can't make it to the games because we can't afford it. We can't even afford groceries. How you think we could afford $1,000, $500, $4,000 ticket to get there? So I don't know if these $60 tickets are outside of the venue on the grass, watching it from, a projectile, something on a building.
I think what's going to happen is that they're not going to be able to, like obviously for some of the bigger games, they're going to have no problem selling out the arena with thousands of dollars for a ticket. But there's also a lot more teams than ever before in it. A lot of teams that are from very small countries who've never even made it to the World Cup, who likely aren't going to have huge crowds coming out to see them. I feel like for a number of games, the more games than not, there's going to be a huge drop in price as the games get closer. Like if you're talking, you want to go see, Mbappe's France versus Holland's Norway, which is going to be one of the matchups in the group stage. That will probably be a game that sells out in the thousands. You're not going to, but for some of the smaller countries or the countries where there are less people here in the United States, I think people will be able to go to those games just so they could say they went to a World Cup game and not go broke, having to go. We'll just have to wait and see as the games get closer.
I hope that the tickets go. I really would love to go. I'm in the city. I didn't.
Oh, your mic just switched. Your mic just switched. We're listening to something else now.
Yeah, you guys listening to mine. Give me 1 second. I don't need y'all listening to the unprofessional. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. All right, I'm back. But
no, it's still you hear that, Lance, right?
Love, because I think originally it was supposed to be in Miami.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a smaller microphone now.
A lot of Haitians and them would have been infiltrating that. But Haitians are going to be the ones in the country. They will be there at the games. They're going to make sure that they pay their last or whatever to be there. But I think that they shouldn't have to do that. Whoever buys their tickets should be able to get at the game. If y'all don't want the people from out the country to do it, they're going to watch it at the local, what we call bars in Haiti, the little bars and stuff like that. They're going to watch it there. And it's going to be a big thing for them there, just as the wins were when they qualified. Like it was the country celebrated, which is a celebration that we needed with all that's going on there. But the people here, we want to go to the games. A lot of these people want to go to the games and be there and be supportive within the stands for our teams. And so, but to have to pay for use your last is insane to me. Like how, you know, Taylor Swift's concerts was way too much money. I remember in 2020, Jasmine Sullivan, one of the greatest singers out there, Jasmine Sullivan, her concert immediately was, and that's when I realized, really, Ticketmaster. So you guys are in the scamming business too. You guys allow people to resell tickets for
Ticketmaster's
4
terrible.
times the price and don't do anything about it. And you know, you guys are thieves. I know, what's the artist name right now? Is it Olivia Dean? I want to say it's Olivia.
You can't hear us, can you?
Olivia Dean.
Can you hear us?
Well, she's an
Rebecca,
artist right now
Rebecca,
that's popular.
Rebecca,
Her name is Olivia
Rebecca.
Dean.
You can't hear us. You can't hear us.
Can you hear
Oh,
us? Can you hear us now?
Okay, I don't know where I was talking.
Oh, you're back. You're back. So at first,
I was like,
your
I can't
mic-
respond to you. We could hear you, but you couldn't hear us. And then you're like
Yeah,
trying to
I
respond to
know,
you.
like, I was
Rebecca.
like, why are they
I know.
finally me?
Yeah.
at first I was like, you know what, she's saying good stuff. Let's let her talk.
Yeah.
But then you were asking us questions, and I was like,
I
oh,
know.
I see them saying things, but it's no noise coming out there. I don't hear nothing coming out of their mouth. I'm not sure. Okay. But no, okay. So Olivia Dean, I think she's currently, and I want to say it's Olivia Dean, it might not be her, but Olivia Dean is an artist. I think that some people were saying that they can't afford any tickets right now on Ticketmaster, and she's, I guess, made a fuss about it, and it's causing finally Ticketmaster to make a difference. I remember when Jasmine Sullivan, this is back in 2020, she was saying, I'm trying, but I cannot do anything about people reselling the tickets immediately for 4 times the price. And I'm trying. I talked to Ticketmaster and I just can't. I'll try to do something for you guys later. But again, like, it's a scam. But the Trump administration is really making sure that it's a struggle for certain countries and people to support those countries to be able to do so, just almost like a punishment. You know what I mean? What were you gonna say, Lance?
I mean, I'll be honest. I think I know it's harder for smaller artists because of the way a lot of these venues are set up, where you have to use Ticketmaster, and if you're a smaller artist, and by smaller I mean, like, you know, just not, you could be a pretty well-known artist but not have a lot of pull in the industry, and you have no choice. But there's no reason for like someone of really like Taylor Swift stature, or even, you know, Sabrina Carpenter, or anyone like that who has some real pull in the industry. Honestly, at this point, some of them should just take a stand and be like,
they can't.
We're not going to use Ticketmaster unless they do something.
I think that's what
Ticketmaster and Live Nation. This is what
someone of Taylor Swift size can do that.
No, they can't. So Ticketmaster and Live Nation, they have won the monopoly of ticket sales. They have a license with every single city's major stadium that if you don't use them exclusively, you can't play those venues in any city around the world. So for any artist, and this includes Beyonce, Taylor Swift, doesn't matter who it is, they have to agree to their terms because they're the only company. They are it's one company rules them all.
Something's got to be done about that then.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like you can't actually go to a city and play in a stadium without doing it through Live Nation. You can't do it. Those stadiums all have contracts with Live Nation, every single one of them. That's how bad it is.
And they all work together for real, because I'll go one place, like I'll go and Google Ticketmaster tickets to something, and it'll take me to be like, oh, but Live Nation, or what is the other one? Stop. Whatever, SeatGeek, something, whatever. They're all to me connected, and it'll be like never a difference in price. It's usually the same price. I went to the Brandy, my best friend had surprised me with tickets to the Brandy and Monica concert. Shout out to my best friend. But and we got affordable tickets, but immediately looking after she bought the tickets, we went on to see what it was looking like again, like just a few weeks later. And the way that they resold them tickets at the venue and were making everything like 4 times the price and things of that sort. And people purchased it because they really wanted to be there. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure they like, again, it was a time that they were using their last. Olivia Dean is a very popular artist now. She's trending. And so that's what I seen. I didn't read the article, but I seen a lot of people reposting the article of them saying that she's taking a stand for her fans. And I want to say it was a mom that had made like one of her fans, that it's a mother, that was like saying, I can't afford these tickets. I can't. And so she was taking a stand. I don't know if anything's going to change, but I did see that there was a lot of hype around it. I did see that at one point, a couple of years ago, Taylor Swift was supposed to do something about the Ticketmaster thing. Nothing came about it. Everybody was still paying over full price for their tickets. So like you were saying, I think the whole thing is like they rule. So there's like, no matter what you say, we know you're going to have to pay for it. So if you want to come here, you're going to pay for it. We're not changing any prices.
Yeah, it was the big problem when Ye basically released or went on his like Hitler arc. He was like, I don't need to worry about, corporate anything. I can just like play my own venues and I'll do it all myself. And then he found out the hard way, every single major venue in the world is signed primarily to a partnership with Live Nation Ticketmaster. So you can't do that. Even if you had the numbers, even if you're like, I can fill a stadium, they're like, yeah, but we can't do it. We're not legally allowed to.
I hate that so much.
I feel like at some point, some of these artists gotta rent out a warehouse space and just fucking play there. Not use a real venue.
I did a show. I did a show with the artist Chica. I don't know if you guys know of her. And Chica was on Ole and Friends with us, and she was saying how she went and was like, you know what, for her fans, went and did a free show. Just went to a random bar, tweeted it out, or put it on social media, and did a free show for her fans because they weren't able to finish out or be at the venue that she was at. I think it was something about it being too expensive or whatever. So she just went somewhere, did a free show for them because they deserve this. Like, y'all deserve something, and I hate that you're being like ripped off. Or forced to pay something when this could be a bill that you pay just to come and support me. I want to support you. So she did like a free show somewhere and just put it out on social media and was able to do it that way. I think artists should see, that's what we're talking about. Politicians should be the same way. Like, just be thinking about the people. And I think that will help move forward and help build trust and all the other things involved. Donald Trump doesn't really give a damn about that. He's going to be like, listen, I'm king and I dictate everything. I don't like them people. I don't like them because they black. I don't like them because they brown. I don't like them because I don't like the way they look. So they're criminals and they're the ones that cause all the trouble. They're on drugs. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that they suffer the most. And a lot of people were saying, if you don't have your supportive fans there in the stands, it does become difficult for you to really play, or that could hinder you from playing with the confidence while you're in another country doing so. So I think that's what they want, but people are going to find a way. I think there's enough of the people, I think Iranians and Haitians, to go and fill out these stadiums or to be there with their flags enough to support. So either way, there's no stopping it, but it just sucks that people do have to give their last for it. Donald Trump and his mission to make other people, specifically Black and brown countries, feel unaccepted, whether they were born here or not. And especially because these countries qualified. When he did that press briefing with the World Cup person, I don't know, the boss, I don't know the name, but when he did that press briefing, it was every country, is accepted. This is for all the countries around the world. We want to bring all the countries together. That was the talking point. And then immediately after, it was like, not y'all. Y'all black asses can't come. Y'all brown asses can't come. We don't want you. So figure out how you're going to get here because you can't afford to. And then it was like special programming, but it doesn't apply to y'all. The special programming that we have, it only applies to these people, but not y'all. It was like it is like everything to make sure that there is no support. And that's what I am seeing in real time. Did y'all see the yesterday night when he did that random end of the year address to the country? That was
I didn't
so
watch it,
weird.
but I just saw it. I saw everyone be like, "What the fuck was that?" Like he just
Yeah, I
basically
didn't
announced.
see it.
He
I
announced
heard
the
it was
Hunger
crazy.
Games.
Live.
That's,
Well,
that's
I
the whole
tuned in
thing.
late. I tuned in late, and
But it's Hunger Games, right? He's doing the Hunger Games. He's like, we need 2 tributes, 1 man, 1 woman from every state to compete.
it was so
at the
weird.
White
It
House
was
or
like he was just saying things, and then out of anger, and then it was just Biden did this, not me, not me. Joe
That actually makes me
Biden,
happy.
and it was like, sir,
It's so crazy that he cares about this stuff. It's still like you're what no one cares about Joe Biden anymore except for you. You're the only one. I don't think about Joe Biden anymore.
last I heard, remember he had like some form of like cancer, and we ain't never heard of him since. Like nobody's been talking about him
he
since.
disappeared.
Yeah, and he was the president. Ain't nobody talking about him now. Well, and here you are. It's like just so bitter, and like you really want all the attention, and you got it. Like we're giving, but I love the way, and I don't remember what programming I was watching. It was free, of course. It was on, local TV, but it was like one of the live local stations, and I want to say it was CBS, and the pictures that they took in real time, and it was like right after the address, they were doing like the report, and they had him like with his tongue out, face just looking like crazy, just looking real off. And that was the pictures that they chose to post. It was like, we're not gonna. Speaking of pictures, what about was it Ebony? No, it wasn't Ebony. No, it was Vogue. One of them. What was the one where they did the spread of the White House administration, the current White
the
House
Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair.
All right.
Oh, that shit was funny.
They trolled them.
That shit
Were
was so
they
funny.
Beforehand?
I don't know. Okay, so for those photos, all you would need is a really long lens, and then they wouldn't know. Like all you'd have to be is like, hey, stand over there, in the lighting, you're gonna look so alpha. You're gonna look like a really powerful man. JD Vance, stand there. Yeah, good stuff. And then you could just zoom in all you wanted. They would have no idea. Like, for the Carolyn Levitt photo, that's just a super zoom, like a super extreme zoom lens.
They had
I couldn't believe though that picture, like that one especially, because she's
in her 20s.
She's young one, right?
Yeah,
Like the others I wouldn't be surprised because they're older, but she's the young
in
one.
her
What is
20s.
she doing looking like that? She did it to herself too.
You see what hate does.
Yes,
you see when it consumes you, it's like inside of you. What hate, lies, deceit, what it does, it just ages you, and then unfortunately you're white, and then so all the things, like it's just not good. But she was fresh off she was fresh off of getting the injections, which is the worst part, because all we see is the
worst part for her. I mean, it doesn't really affect you.
And then people were look, can you pull up some of the pictures?
Yeah, give us the super JD Vance. I love the JD Vance one.
Because we always see the devilish eyes with the eyeliner and the lash.
We don't see the pores.
Like a terrorizing Care Bear. But to see
is there anywhere where there's just a list of the photo? Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah,
the article's free. I don't think it's paywalled. You could just open that, but otherwise they're all over Twitter.
We're saying like we're doing breakdowns of the type of photos, and I think for what's her name? The one we were just talking about with the lips. Levitt.
Yeah, Levitt.
Yeah.
No, they are paywalled.
She was on a paywall. Damn. She was they were saying that she took a picture with the chair, and it was of course it was a long form, and she took the picture with the chair, and they were saying like, look, the chair is empty. She's next to it. They're showing full body. She's not even in a stature where it gives her power. It just gives like the person in power ain't even here. We ain't got nothing here in the background of that photo.
Oh wait, so Christopher Anderson, the actual photographer, he posted a bunch of them on his Instagram today. Hold on.
Okay, let's see. But in the background of that photo, there's somebody on the phone. In the background of the phone, they didn't even give a damn. They left it because that place is running amok. There is nothing there that has any consistency.
Yeah, it was apparently
He
chaos.
kind of like, there's nothing. There's no professionalism. It's just
How do I?
they
Hold on, I want
let
to zoom in.
these go, y'all.
Goebbels.
How do I zoom into this so I could? What if
Oh, we
I?
can all see it.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
like
This is
that.
better.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So that's Stephen Miller.
yep.
There we
That's the lip pick. 27 years old, y'all. 27
pretty
years
crazy.
old.
It's yeah. I mean, I guess Rebecca's.
I mean,
right.
what people were
It's super
pointing out
easy.
were the lip injection spots on her upper lip.
She was
Yeah,
fresh
I
off
mean,
the table, or she
why
was
you
fresh from getting a little-
why are you getting that? I mean, I don't think people should really get that at all. But why are you getting that at 27?
Yeah, because
Like-
fuller lips, right? It used to be the thing where it was like, we don't want the fuller lips, but she didn't want the, she didn't want that. She didn't want the lip, so she went and she needed a top lip, because I'm pretty sure without it, it's just she's missing the top lip. So she went and got that, and it was fresh. Like, I just came from the injections, and she came here. It's fresh. She didn't know it wasn't going to be touched up. They played the photographer.
That one's not so. I mean, that's just
while
him
going
looking.
through,
Like,
I'm gonna read his. He said, if I'm honest,
no.
I was
Binder. That picture with Stephen Miller is actually pretty
There-
iconic because he actually sat the white supremacists directly below a bunch of indigenous people.
You
in that
see?
shot.
I
Yeah,
didn't even notice.
There
Oh,
were ways in the background of the next picture. So it's not in the background of this picture. There's a wide shot, and there's somebody on the phone in the background, just in the background, just on the phone. It looks. Oh my God! It looks like
boy.
a circus. But okay, so the photographer said, so this happened. If I am honest, and posted this 12 hours ago and edited. So he was writing and editing. If I am honest, I was hesitant to accept the assignment from Vanity Fair magazine to photograph the Trump administration. I assumed incorrectly that I was being asked to wear my celebrity photographer hat. My journalistic sensibility just would not be comfortable portraying politicians the way celebrity photographers have in similar portfolios of past administrations. Not this subject, not this context. To my surprise, global creative director Jennifer Pastori assured me that this was not the job. The job was to bring my sensibility as a journalist and see the subject with a clear eye, rather than that of a celebrity photographer. The job was not to make anyone look good or bad. My mission was to show up and photograph honestly and thoughtfully. Jennifer made the case to me that I would have this freedom and that my DNA as a journalist was the most important qualification. It would be an enormous challenge and opportunity. I also saw it as an immense responsibility. The internet seems shocked by the choice to not retouch any blemishes. Is that it, Matt? He ran to not retouch any blemishes or wrinkles. It's shocking to me that the world expects reality to be removed from a picture. My intention is not mockery or cheap shots. Okay, whatever. I'd like to think I'm a stone-faced but critical observer. Celebrity photos are celebrity photos. Politicians are not celebrities. Let's not mix things up. And then it goes into thinking everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, while this photo is insane and she looks like a still from like a horror movie, I mean, she looks like this lady's like what, in her 60s or something?
Yeah.
I mean, she looks like she has the same
80s. What's going on? We got hair. We got terrible haircuts. The skin game ain't good.
But she looks exactly like the same as this one.
Yeah. What hate ages you.
Rubio's is the worst. He got off easy. I never saw that Rubio picture. I didn't know.
Rubio's is pretty bad. Rubio's is pretty bad.
I think that's the worst one. I just think
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
This is like life just went by.
This one's pretty bad too.
Yeah,
what,
well, I mean,
what kind of haircut?
Got a Nazi haircut. That's Nazi haircut.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
No,
my bad. Go back to that last picture.
He looks like a meme.
Look in the background. That's the one with the phone call.
Yeah,
look in the background.
Yeah, and
Staff
the
is on the
thermostat.
phone.
Oh, look at that! Right.
Staff is on the phone.
Oh my God! Ooh.
We be seeing
what is this photo? What is he doing?
Clown shoes. Just not aware probably asked, "Is this a good picture? Does this look
Little
right?"
Rubio.
And the photographer said, "Yeah, you're good."
Jeez.
Look, pictures with another dictator, another Nazi.
But I don't even get this photo. Why would you sign this photo? It doesn't make any sense. Very weird. I thought maybe you had both of their
Very Donald
signatures on
Trump.
it, but it doesn't.
Very Putin.
You are the greatest.
This is a weird photo. This looks like a photo straight out of like The Shining or something. Like
It's
They all
very
are Shannon.
exorcism. No, looking at
This
that, I
is
feel
a
like
bad
I'm
one.
drawing in evil spirits. No,
yeah. This definitely feels like like any of these shots could be from when
look, but like there's no. It's just giving a circus. I feel like it's a circus.
yeah. Wow.
It's a circus. Wow.
This is something.
Everything was just, there was no professionalism. It was like we just hired the person, which they did.
Oh no, there was professionalism, just not from the White House.
Yeah, the photographer did. Well, the photographer told us. I went in there as a journalist. I didn't go in there to be biased. I'm shooting what I saw. I didn't. These ain't celebrities. I'm going in there. I ain't gonna touch up nothing. I'm shooting raw photos as I see them, and this is what the administration looks like. It just looks a mess. There's no order. There is no structure. There is nobody that really knows what they're doing. We can see that through the imagery. Like, come on. Like, Donald Trump just he's a celebrity, right? That's what he's going into the White House with, signing his own photograph with the ops, with not his op, and with another dictator, and this person also autographing the photograph. Like, what?
Very weird. Yeah. I and didn't the older lady, her name is Susie, right? That's who that is signed for. What's her name again?
She is over education, is it?
No. You're thinking of Linda McMahon. That's not her.
They look, white people look alike to me.
Are you talking about Wiles?
Susie Wiles. Yeah. She apparently from I'm catching up with what this is. I missed
White
when it
House
first
Chief
came
of
out.
Staff.
Yeah, she apparently was like talking shit about them, about the White House to Vanity Fair, right? In the report, without realizing this was going to be published. Have you heard about you heard about this, Lance, right?
Yeah, no, I read the article. That's what happened. The whole thing was chaos, and then afterwards they said it was fake news, and Vanity Fair was like, "We recorded the whole thing. If you like, you're gonna see we're making up our reporting. It's all on the record. Like we just had tape recorders recording you."
Okay,
so.
let me look this up.
Yeah.
Cause what was said?
Oh, it was just total dysfunction. It's exactly what you expect. None of them are qualified for their positions. They're controlling the most powerful, army.
Did she call them the junkyard dogs?
Yeah, they all yell at each other, call each other names. They don't like each other. They're dysfunctional. It was just like walking into an absolute circus, and then when they walked out, they're like, "Well, that's fucked. That's the people in charge of the world's."
She said, "I'm not an enabler. I'm also not a bitch." And this is what they reported. Said Susie Wiles, "I guess time will tell whether I've been effective."
No, but she called Donald Trump like an alcoholic or something like that, or he had the personality of an alcoholic, something like that.
Yeah, that was closer to it. That he behaves like an alcoholic would.
Right. Well, that's not. Yeah, I mean, but but then she also went on about other people too.
I mean, they're not good people.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, she said Elon was always microdosing. That's also true.
Right.
Meanwhile, Rubio was praising her, and she was just like, "Y'all they ain't shit. They ain't no good."
I think they're all messy and they live for the drama. That's.
I told you they're all. It's like they don't. People are what ain't Nancy Mace trying to, she might be resigning reportedly as well from.
Oh really? Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's recent, and so she'll be joining Marjorie Taylor Greene. But again, they said that may be to come. More people may be dropping out as we see the year end and going into the next year. just in a few weeks here, or a week and a half or something, and we'll see more people, dropping out from the administration. They stick together, but within their group, they are falling apart. And some people are deciding this ain't for me anymore, but it's too late because you've already done you've been a part of the damage. But I think things are going to come out about them. There have been threats probably made, and like Marjorie Taylor Greene said in her house when she did that, hostage footage, whatever, she was like, they threatened me, my family, and all this other stuff. So I believe her, but look, again, too little, too late, because other people have been threatened by you while you've been in this administration on behalf of you and the administration, and now you're in trouble, and you think that we need to back you up, which people will do, right? But we're gonna see more people. I wonder if they'll actually speak out. Marjorie shared, no, Trump shared text between him and Marjorie. Marjorie shared text between her and Donald Trump, but that didn't change anything. She either garnered more people to support her or she lost them. And that's what we're seeing more of. Speaking on that, like text and Donald Trump using social media, when the I want to say the film director was murdered by his son. Him and his wife was murdered by his son.
Oh, Rob Reiner.
Oh yeah, Rob Reiner. It is very, very crazy,
really
sad story.
That's a sad story. And Donald Trump got on social media, Truth Social, and wanted to say, and not wanted to say, and said that, basically went on a rant saying, he basically was a leftist, and was like, this is why, basically saying he wasn't no good. He died.
Oh, he also blamed Trump derangement syndrome on it.
Oh yeah,
very weird.
I didn't know that was a thing. He made this syndrome up.
Well,
TDS.
his Trump supporters usually say anyone who obsesses about.
Oh, I never heard of that. That was new for me.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Wow.
But for him to blame someone's death on it is insane.
And said it was that, and that's why he died. So, and mind you, when we were saying Charlie Kirk died because of his own rhetoric, everybody, oh, how dare you? You must lose your job. But But Donald Trump gets to get online and say these obscene things and get away with it.
I mean, but what makes it extra like ridiculous is it's disgusting on its own, but also the MAGA people, the right, like to pretend that they really do care about people who are suffering, and families of people who are suffering from drug addiction. I mean, they make it one of their big things where they say how Democrats don't care because this hits middle America and mainly working white people in the sticks or whatever. And it's like, it's JD Vance's whole coming up story about how his mom was an addict and everything. This is an addiction story. This is someone who is very troubled, whose family tried to do everything they could. Did they probably make mistakes along the way? Sure. They didn't mean any harm. They were trying to do whatever they could to help their son. Did they do a lot of things right along the way? Probably too. I mean, this is a very difficult thing that families go through, not just the addict, but the addict's families.
Yeah.
And this is that story, the absolute worst case scenario for an addict. What it looks like happened here with Rob Reiner, his wife, and their son.
Yes,
and for him to mock it, for him to mock Rob Reiner's death is basically shitting upon everything MAGA and the right claims to care about.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not, like, no matter what you think of Rob Reiner's politics as a right winger, how could you not look at the story and be someone who cares about addiction and be like, this is the most tragic ending to an addiction story you could come to.
Here goes Donald Trump taking the narrative and changing it up. And I said, wow, that man just died. And here you are getting online And the very thing that you said that, and here's my thing, the very thing that you said that people were doing for Charlie Kirk, you got online to do for, his name is Rob. I want to make sure I get his name right.
Rob Schneider. They
Yeah.
they were all liars about that. Every single person who said that had the grossest shit being said about George Floyd for years. Every single one.
Yeah.
Like every person who was clutching pearls, like Ben Shapiro, you name it, you can go into their tweets, and then like Ben Shapiro himself wrote like, "Congratulations on being 2 years sober, George Floyd," or something like that, right? Like they've all been absolute fucking monsters. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, but this is our fucking, our Saint Kirk. You can't say anything shitty about him. He's the world's greatest human. I was like, yeah, at least that backfired. Like now he's a meme on the internet. No
one's even asking for you to think Rob Reiner's a saint if you don't agree with his politics. Just literally, just don't say anything if you don't like.
Don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference is between I didn't say Charlie Cook deserved it either, but the difference between how they died is it appears to be that Charlie Kirk's assassination had something to do with what Charlie Kirk's rhetoric was, whereas Rob Reiner's politics had nothing to do with his death.
Yeah. Also,
to even bring it up is irrelevant.
Contributor to cinema, like it's like one of the greatest, directors of the '90s and aughts versus a podcaster.
Yeah.
That's true. And but the same. Never heard, for me in my home, never heard of Rob Reiner, but at the same time, hearing the story was pretty devastating. I can also say that when I saw what happened to, and we talked about this on the show, Charlie Kirk, devastating for me. I didn't want to see that. That wasn't cool. But at the same time, Charlie Kirk was preaching the same thing to happen to other people. I ain't never heard about Rob Reiner doing nothing that J.K. Rowling walk around saying. Like it's not the same. So even if this whole idea as the president of the United States running to social media to diminish the fresh murder of this person to his audience, and to say that, basically he was deranged because he was against Donald Trump, and made statements against Donald Trump. He was deranged, and that's why basically he passed away. And that's his legacy. He was anti-Donald Trump. I thought that was sick.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is like, listen, like it's crazy to say to begin with, but in this scenario, it's not even relevant because his politics had nothing to do. It's not like he was walking down the street and some, Trump supporter or right winger killed him, like shot and killed him. His politics are completely irrelevant to what happened. So to bring it up as part of his death, I'm not even talking about distastefulness. I'm just talking about what irrelevant. It's just irrelevant.
Yeah. I never watched his work. Everybody's like, "Oh, Rebecca, oh my God, you should be watching it." I'll check out it.
You should watch. I mean, he's got some
Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride.
That one's funny, cute. You'll have a good time. Yeah, you can watch that with your little.
What about When Harry Met Sally? You ever heard that one?
I feel like I've watched them here, but I'm a.
Don't watch that one.
I may not know that I've watched a Rob Reiner production or work of art, so I'll probably. But I will go and see.
Have you ever seen Misery? Very famous horror movie. Check it out. That's a good one. You like horror movies?
See, there we go. I don't watch horror movies. I'm a scary.
Have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes, The Wolf.
Okay,
yes.
so Rob Reiner plays Leo's dad. He's Leo DiCaprio's dad in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay,
he's like the boss who helps him like cover.
Now
everything
I gotta
up.
look. I'm gonna look back at that. Okay.
Are you familiar with the classic 70s sitcom All in the Family?
Yes.
You are with like Archie Bunker.
I've never really watched it, but I know All in the Family just because I know.
Okay, so Rob Reiner plays the son-in-law, the younger guy with the mustache and the long hair who always gets into the arguments with Archie Bunker.
No.
So Archie Bunker on the show is the
All in the Family, but it's just okay. That's so sad, and And why did his son do it? Was there like a motive?
It's not completely clear. They're trying to figure things out right now. It looks like the son has just struggled with addiction for decades, and they did everything they could for him. And sometimes he's better than other, and then he would fall back into it. Decades long struggle. And the most recent thing is that he had moved back in with the parents.
Wait a minute. Sorry. I'm looking at the pictures. Absolutely. Remember, didn't know that was Rob Reiner.
In All in the Family?
Bob and the mustache.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I see. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so it appears that the son was going through something again. They apparently the night before they died, they attended Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. The son showed up and was being very weird, was getting into fights with his dad, and was making other people feel uncomfortable. And Rob Reiner and his wife were supposed to have dinner with the Obamas hours after the daughter went to go check on them and found them dead in the house.
The mom and the dad. So him and his wife. Wow. And Donald Trump sit here and made this about him.
And there's two other kids in their 20s and 30s who love their parents and
and the daughter found them.
You got to wonder how they feel too. Like, you obviously missed your parents, but then the villain is your own brother.
Your sibling.
Like, oh, it's got to be rough. It's got to be rough.
Yes. Jesus, that sucks. And here go Donald Trump making it about him, taking it, diminishing it, and saying that it was because he was a hater to me. How dare Donald Trump? Like, dang. This is our president of the United States.
I think it's pretty simple to just not say anything at all.
Not say anything.
If you don't like the guy. Like, if you don't like the guy, no one cares what a president has to say about this type of stuff. I don't know when it became like the president felt like he had to. If a president doesn't know a celebrity and has no personal feeling to say, just don't say anything. Why do you gotta?
No, but this is Donald Trump. And he made it about, not only did he say something, he made it about him, saying that because he didn't like me.
He's I gotta say, like, he had a lot of his own supporters. But I hate the thing where it's like, Trump, I've supported you every step of the way, but this is a step too far.
Oh my God.
Like, what? Wait, hold on. Why is this?
Why was this the end all be all?
Yeah. Like, listen, I get like this was very disgusting, but this is not out of character. It's not like
this is exactly.
No, it's on brand.
Who he is. This is very in character for him.
This is exactly who Donald Trump is, and the people are trying to act like, like I voted for him three times, and here we are, and this moment is what made me realize Trump is a monster.
But no, but they don't even, it's not even that though. It's just they think he was wrong in the moment. They don't think he's a monster. They think he's a character, a great man who made this one mistake or has this one flaw.
No.
It's like, come on.
No, I can't. No. I can't even say I try to see. I don't try to see nothing. I'm Ray Charles. I'm Stevie Wonder. I don't see nothing at all because y'all sat here and y'all ain't see nothing. Y'all ain't seen nothing wrong. And all of a sudden it was just this thing, this was it for me, like Donald Trump. No, you guys are, listen, this person is a monster and will be a monster tomorrow. Wakes up as a monster. Yesterday when he gave his address to the country, monster. Like, what he's going to do, what he's doing to the White House right now with the rebuilding and destruction and all this other stuff. Monster. Even though
like he could have pulled the same thing he did with RBG, where he was just like, oh, I hadn't heard. Oh, that's she was a wonderful woman. It's very sad. No one thinks Trump liked Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, but he somehow pulled it together, pretended he was shocked, even though he clearly knew. And was like, oh, I just heard. Oh,
being a politician for once.
Yeah, he was able to do it for her. Why would he just not be like, oh, terrible what happened to Rob Reiner? Anyway, he could have just did that. Moved on from it.
But no. I had to say,
But no.
I had to really, like, literally when the news broke out, people were mourning or making their comments. He came out and I couldn't believe. I said, is this real? I had to look and I'm like, is this AI? Because AI be getting me now. I'm at that age. It's getting me. But like I was like, this is AI. That somebody's like this is AI post. It has to be. Nope. Came straight from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Embarrassment.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think I need to sign off. I gotta take my dog out.
You want to read some super? We could all wrap it up. You want to read?
I don't have any super chats. My YouTube's broken, so I just shut off super chats.
Not YouTube broken.
Yeah, for some reason my chat doesn't work. It just gives me the picture of a monkey with a hammer, and it says something went wrong.
Really?
3 days. Yeah, I don't know why.
Did you reach out to them?
Not yet. I guess I will. I'll try the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
All right. Rebecca, you got super chats?
Yes, I do. Oh, I can read them. Let me see.
Well, I'll say happy holidays, happy New Year. Love you both.
The happy holidays. Love you, Nina. Enjoy.
Before we while we're doing this really quickly, I mentioned I saw some people mentioning in the chat. I mentioned the Majority Report earlier today. That my dad, who's a fan of this show and fan of the Majority, watches everything that I do.
Oh, really? Hi, Daddy.
He's been sick for the past month. He's dealing with some health issues. So and I think he's watching now. And if not watching right now, he'll be watching, I'm sure, the replay. So he'll be watching the live chat. So if anyone wants to say anything to my dad, you could use the positivity right now. So it's holiday season. Keep him in your thoughts if you can. And hopefully we'll.
What's your dad's name? Should we call him Matt's dad?
He goes usually in the chat. He goes by Binder Dad.
Binder Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
But his name's Alan. His name's Alan, so you could call him Alan. Binder Dad, Papa Binder, Matt's dad, whatever you want to call him.
Heal up.
Yeah,
it's strong.
Appreciate it, everyone.
So let's pray for your father for whatever's going on, for him to pull through. Binder Dad, Mr. Allen, thank you for watching and supporting the show. And we really want to make sure that you get better. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for everybody in the audience as well. We want to make sure that whatever's going on, you feel better, you get better, and then 2026 is going to be all you, Mr. Bender. Absolutely.
I hope so. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's read the super chats.
Yeah, we'll read the super chats.
Bye, all.
All right, Lance, take care. Have a happy holidays, my friend.
Happy holidays, Lance.
All right. Let me see if I can find yours.
The first one is Kuya Damon.
I see it. There we go.
Okay, perfect. Can I get a B-Day shout out? I turned 35 on Christmas Eve. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Happy early birthday, Kuya. Happy early birthday. 35. I'm 35 too. So we the young ones. Okay. Kuya, again, thank you so much. Goldie, I like my niece's name, was my favorite girl from Flavor of Love season 1. Oh, now she took it back. Besides the reality TV queen, New York. I love New York. Not only the state, but New York, Tiffany Pollard. Watching Flavor of Love for the first time. Really? For the first time. That was when we were talking about baby names.
What is that show from? I know people do this, but I personally could not imagine watching like reality TV shows in the same way people watch like old sitcoms and scripted TV.
Yeah, rewatching.
Like I feel like a reality show is meant to be watched in the moment.
Yeah, when that time is happening.
And then that's it.
Yeah, I'm never going back to rewatch. Not even like if I miss like a full season of like Atlanta Housewives or one of the Housewives shows or whatever. I'm not going back and watching it. You need to watch it during that season. But I feel the same way you feel. I'm not. That time has come and
it doesn't feel like the reality TV doesn't feel timeless in the way like scripted TV feels.
It doesn't, because I can tell I'm watching it. I'm like, like, nah, yeah, no.
Yeah, they'll reference something very relevant to the pop culture of the moment. Like you'll be watching something in the year 2025, and they're doing the Gangnam Style dance, and it's like, whoa, wait, this is like
the
13
outfits,
years
and
ago.
I'm like, or it's like the outfits. I'm like, now, because I was living through the time where we were wearing business casual to the clubs, right? And I'm like, why is this person wearing a full blazer, 3-piece suit to the club, or jeans and a t-shirt not tucked with the tie, like with the big dragon on it or something? Like, though, when seeing that makes me want to turn it off every time. It cringes. I don't want to relive that part of life. So yeah, I can't rewatch stuff like that. No, I can't. Reality TV wise.
Yeah.
Nintendo Gaming Channel 107. Thank you so much for being a member for a month. And I ain't even put nothing on the members yet. It's coming. Voting for U.S. Republican, you proven to be racist. Oh, you're a member and you're disrespectful. Oh, you're saying voting for okay.
Yeah, because we were talking about the Texas stuff.
You're
remember?
saying that if you vote, okay, Nintendo. I'm like, Nintendo, you've been here for a while. Are you coming for me? Okay, I had to reread it again.
Rebecca doesn't vote Republican.
Yeah, look, we had to be clear. I'm like, excuse me. All right, got it. Love you, mean it. Prairie, love you, mean it. With your handsome self. Said, my YouTube channel hit 10K subscribers. Oh, shouts out to you, Prairie.
Yeah, Kowalski.
Absolutely. A Bender is probably right. The algorithm likes farm content. Okay, Andu.
It does, yeah.
Or I'm breaking the glass ceiling for opinionated, heteronormative white men. Regardless, Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, and congratulations on your 10K subscribers. Congratulations.
Like I don't think YouTube is like, ooh, farm content. I love farm content, but I think the YouTube algorithm, over the many years of seeing what content does well, and farm content seems to do well on YouTube, it's like, oh, people like farm content, so we're sharing the shit out of this in the algorithm. Yeah.
And there's a place for it. Who, like, first of all, you're handsome. Look, we like to say that. You're handsome. And it's farm content, and you got something to say. So that's all, to me, that's all good. I love that for you. So congratulations to you on that. I hope the channel definitely continues to grow for you. Parker 402. I can't believe this is the final Leftist Mafia episode of 2025. Next Thursday is Christmas, and the following Thursday is the New Year, January 1st. Absolutely. Yeah. We will see you in the New Year. It's only 2 weeks. Yeah. You just mentioned you got Christmas. Spend time with your family, and we won't be gone for long. We're gonna, spend the time for the New Year, however we're gonna do it, and we'll be back right after that. So it won't be long, okay. So,
and Mike will be back from his sabbatical, and I'm sure David Dole will tune in for at least 1 or 2 episodes for the entire year.
David gonna pop in and out as he pleases. You feel me?
And Ariana, I'm sure wherever she is. How funny was that, Ariana? I don't think we mentioned it on the show. I forgot to, but it was Lance. So we mentioned. So when we were asking people who, in our Leftist Mafia group chat last week, who's showing up, and Rebecca mentioned she might not be able. She might make it. She might not make it. And Ariana said the same thing. She might make it. She might not make it. And then Friday morning, Ariana posts in our group chat, "I'm not gonna be able to make it, guys." And it's like, wait, the show was last night.
I said, Ariana, baby, it's Friday.
Yeah. And I don't think she's posted anything since. I hope she's doing okay.
Ariana's fine. Ariana's fine. I've seen her on social media. I just think maybe it was a long night.
Yeah.
Maybe
it was very weird.
Night.
I was like,
baby,
it's
Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, what? But shout out to Ariana. Joseph Kerr 27. Thank you so much for your super chat. I'd love to hear you. And speaking of Ariana discussed the Crockett issue. I know she has a take on there as well. Y'all might disagree. We might agree, but in a different area, you might disagree. But I know y'all will do it constructively. The criticisms are valid, but Tellerico took Miriam Adelson money. So
Miriam Adelson, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Major Republican donor. Yeah.
Oh, so took and that's who's running with Jasmine Crockett.
Against. I don't know when he did that. I mean, he's been since running for this office, been much, I don't know everything about him, but it seems like he was running a fairly good campaign for a Texas state election. But
I gotta look more. I'm gonna look
yeah.
more into Tallarico. I've been hearing a lot of
Yeah.
people talk about Tallarico and putting up different things about him. So I'll definitely take a look more into that. And yeah, Ariana and I, we've disagreed on Olay's show about a couple of things. So yeah, we can do it constructively. I don't, I love her, mean it for sure. But by the time we get back, that'll be old news. Tracy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Love you, mean it. Longtime supporter of the channel, of the show. Shout out to you, Tracy. And also for your super chat. I think Tracy's over yonder across the ponds. Thank you, Tracy. Solidarity. Love you, mean it. Ariana Perez. Look, Ariana, is that you on a
fake? She's using her real first name, but fake last name.
Look, me, but it ain't Perez, so I know that ain't you. But shout out to you, Ariana Perez. Love the show and love you. And thank you for your super chat. Octawolf 8576. What would be an affordable way to help out my city as a democratic socialist? I apologize if my message is wonky. Had issues typing it. I still was able to read it. Do what you can. If you ain't got the money to support, to help in a financial way, what can you do within your community? What can you do at a local level? What can you do if they allow it at your job? What can you do within your community, whether it's giving back or being able to educate people on what's going on, who to vote for, those type of things. Even if it's rallying together with 5 people, going to whatever local meetings that your city may have, your state may have, pulling up, maybe being the person that is recording there, asking questions from people who can't make it. Those are free things that you can do, and that's how you can help out your city in whatever way possible. It does not have to be always something that you have to be giving financially. There are ways that you can do it where you ain't breaking the bank, especially if you ain't got the coin, but still helping out and pushing out messages or helping people understand what's going on. Those are ways.
Volunteer your time.
Volunteer your time. Absolutely. Looney Tunes 9000. Thank you so much for your super chat. Christmas payday.
Oh, whoops.
Thank you so much.
I put the wrong one up. There we go.
We got the right one up now. So Christmas payday. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy Xmas. Love you. Mean it. Love you. Mean it. Absolutely. We using that over here. Love you. Mean it. The Bay photo. Thank you so much. Finally got it instead of trying to pronounce that in a Haitian way. SNL joke that USA star player for the World Cup is ice. Absolutely. Listen, the joke is funny, but it's true. It's real. It seems like that just might be true. Anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Rebecca. Merry Christmas to you too, and Happy New Year. And SNL got that joke right. Parker 402. Bald FIFA president is Gianni. Oh, yeah, that's the name. Gianni Infantino. Please play the clip of him in 2022 saying, "I feel Qatari, Arab, African, gay, disabled, and a migrant worker." What?
I'm not gonna look for that clip right now, but I remember that. I don't know if you remember, but Andrew Cuomo also said something similar. He was like,
I'm with everybody.
Yeah, Andrew Cuomo was once like, today I am a black man, I am a gay man, I am a pregnant woman, and it was just like, but buddy, come on.
That's him. I'm secondhand embarrassment. I got it.
Listen, I get the sentiment, but
I get it.
You come off wrong saying it that way.
It's cringy. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna look that video up for myself. Thank you so much for your super chat, Parker. Prototype A, thank you so much for your super chat. Love and appreciate y'all. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you so much. And that absolutely will. We will see y'all in 2026 with even more of the excellent work. Can't believe that I've been here for, what has it been, over a year? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think longer than that. No, I mean,
has it been? I don't know. Time has really flew. Because I feel like I just got here yesterday.
I think this might be year 3 for you, honestly. I can't remember.
Oh, it might be. We might be going into year 3.
Yeah, we're going into year 3. Yeah, you're not new anymore. We haven't been new for a while. Yes.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh,
you have to remember, we introduced Ariana well after you joined already. So
you're right.
And Ariana's been here for a hot minute now too. She doesn't feel so new, even though she's the newest.
Yeah. Oh wow. Jeez, I can't believe I've been here this long. But I'm happy to be here with y'all.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. Wow. David Mendez 1820. Thank you so much for your super chat. Much love. Thank you. Much love to you. Love you. Mean it. 20th Century. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Not Los. Thank you for your super chat. Do a first time watching the Princess and the Bride video. We'll see.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's a comedy. It's Andre the Giant is in it. The wrestler Andre the Giant. It's got some great moments in it. But it's a very specific type of comedy. It might not be for everybody.
You don't know that. Today, so I went to the record store. My sister came to visit. She's here. And we went to the record store that's next door to where she was getting her hair done, where I live. And it is I go there now. And so my dad, I know it sounds weird, but because I'm Haitian and I always talk about being Haitian, and my dad is very, very Haitian. But growing up, wherever we would go, my dad was the cameraman in our local city in West Palm Beach, Florida. So for all the Haitian events, whether it was church, marriages, any events, they would call my father. He was the videographer. But anytime you'll be in his vehicle, we were going to listen to classical rock, soft rock. So I know a lot of it because of that. So I went in there to go buy some records. I bought him a record player a couple of years ago. So I went in there to go buy some records. And I was purchasing like just a whole bunch of stuff, like Chicago, somebody's straight, Bob Straight. I don't know. But all these people I was just going through, and they were shocked. Like, how the white man was like, how you know all this? Because my brother made a playlist on iTunes where we love to listen to it because we know the music because of my dad. So we named it. My dad's name is Ravian. My name is Rebecca. So we just listen to it because we love those songs too, because my daddy. So I bought him a whole bunch of records. I can't wait to just wrap it up and send it to him. But like, they're old school. But the man was like, how do you know these? Like, how do you know this? I'm like, I know. He knows I'm Haitian, the guy that owns the record store. So he's like, I wouldn't put those things together. I'm like, yeah, my daddy came to America and he really like got into soft rock, classical rock. We just know that's those type of, and I love it. Like, I might not know like who sings it, but I know the words. I know the words verbatim because that's what we had to listen to when we got into the Isuzu Trooper. Like, we got to listen to.
You might like another Rob Reiner movie then too. It's a mockumentary. It's a music mockumentary. It's Spinal Tap.
Okay, I might like it. Is that like classical rock inspired?
They're like a hair rock band, and it's like I don't know if that's even the appropriate.
I'm gonna put that in my notes.
But like a metal band who and the mockumentary follows them. It's like a fake documentary about this band that doesn't really exist. Yeah,
I'm gonna put that in my to watch too. I could probably watch it with my daddy. So, but yeah, thank you for bringing that up because he loves. And I was listening to some of the records to see if they play well, and I'm like, oh, these are so good. Like I love them, and my daddy's gonna be so happy to listen to them. So I'm excited about that. Where were we? So we got Not Los. And then so V-Man 29397 says, you know what's pathetic? The U.S. colony of Puerto Rico was able to achieve universal health care till right-wingers killed it. Oh my gosh, in 1993. I didn't know that. Yet the U.S. can't. They're haters. They're haters. They're haters. They don't want nothing good for nobody. And the fact that, Puerto Rico, which is U.S. territory, was able to do that and achieve that, and the U.S. came and took that away is not surprising. It's always been in the U.S.'s blood to steal any joy of happiness that people are having amongst the people, to make it greater, to make their countries greater. It's just in the U.S.'s DNA all the time. It's not shocking. It's not Donald Trump that did that. It's in the DNA of this country. Not all things are bad. It's gotten worse, but that, they still kill and destroy. It's just in the DNA of this country. Tigwick plays games. Hey, Tigwick. Woo.
Wow.
Cash on me like that for the holidays.
How nice.
Thank you so much. Just wanted to support, and you are supporting, and I appreciate that. I really, really wanted to thank you guys all you guys, everybody here on the show, and the supporters who really tapped in this last month to make sure your girl stayed housed long enough to get my things together and to move forward. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all really did that. Y'all looked after me, and
I'm glad
that's
to hear
what you call
that.
tribe. That's what you call, your family, and I appreciate that. So I just wanted to make sure I say that to you guys. So.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really it's been good. We had a good year. This was a better year than the year before. So it's been a hard year for me personally, but it's been good as far as me sticking to the plan and showing up more in the space. Because there was a time I just wanted to give up and not do it at all. Ole's the one that was like, girl, no, you need to keep going. And I stayed with it. I stayed with the Leftist Mafia, stayed up with my show, Like It or Not, and my own platform. It grew. So I'm happy that we were able to do that. I know this will be my last time seeing you guys here on the Leftist Mafia because I'm about to leave Matt alone. But I know this will be my
That's a fine. No, that's good.
I know you hold it down. I know you do. But I know this will be my last time on Leftist Mafia until next year. So I love you guys. Mean it. I hope that you guys have a great holiday. Please support anybody that you can, who needs it, whether it's word of encouragement or anything, love on your family, your friends. And if you're alone, I'm sending you all the love. I got my sister here with me, so I'm not alone for the holidays. But so just, I'm sending you guys all the love and the care, and I will see you guys in 2026. All right. Bye, Matt. I hope that you have a
Happy
good holiday.
holidays.
Shout out to your kids,
Rebecca.
And shout out to Effie. She's the one, okay? That's she's the one. Bye, Matt.
Bye, Rebecca. Have a great holiday.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. All right, folks. I'm left here all alone. It's fine. What a better way to end the Leftist Mafia for the last Leftist Mafia for the year, right? I'm still not 100% sure about the January 1st show. I feel like I'm not going to do anything January 1st. If someone is around and wants to do a show with me on Leftist Mafia, I would do one. But let's pretend I'm not so far. And if that changes, I'll let you all know. But let's. I wish there was a way to not have me be. I wish there was a way to have me. No. I like it with. This not so bad, I guess. This one. Because I don't want the full body with the live chat there. It makes more sense to have some space. I'll do that. All right. I'm going to just read the super chats that are left. If they may, I'm assuming these got to be for me, but there might be one or two that's for Mike or whoever else. Who do we got still connected? There's Mike's channels. So this might be for me or Mike. But I'm going to read them all. And I'm going to appreciate them all as if they're all from me. Mr. Nobody 653 with a $10 super chat. From now until 2028, we must warn voters about establishment centrists like Newsom and Harris, because without a progressive, we risk empowering far-right extremists like Nick Fuentes for 2032. Yes. Tyler Hackner, member for 35 months. Thank you so much. I think that's for me. I'm pretty sure that's for me. And if it's not, that's fine too. Thank you for being a member for 35 months for somebody on this show. The Bay Photo, member for 29 months. Merry Christmas. We can say it again. Thanks, Trump. And Happy New Year. 2026 is going to be insane. At least NYC has Mom Donnie to look forward to. Yes. Mom Donnie on the way. Tokyo Hans, some money for having too many kids in this economy. Thank you so much. And I know that one's got to be for me, unless you're giving the money to Mike's 2 dogs. Which you may be, who knows? Otaku Dragon with a super chat. Reminder, Barron Trump got Andrew Tate pardoned. Oh, right. So we could criticize him. Right. Kuya Damon with a super chat. Guess Matt missed the Leftist Mafia PSA promoting condom use by a couple of years, eh? Have a great Christmas, Matt. Sending Xmas and B-Day love from California. Thanks you so much. And it's your birthday, I think, right? So happy birthday. Not my birthday. See the Ginnimer with a member for 28 months super chat. Speaking of MTG, fuck her for putting out the trans youth health ban. Effing monster. Yes, absolutely. Pendulous Dragon member for 26 months. Thank you so much. Looney Tunes 9000. Say this in RFK Jr. voice. The war on Xmas is on. I don't know if I could do it. My voice is feeling a bit. The war on X. I can't do it. I'm about to cough. I can't do it. but that would sound very funny in RFK Jr. voice. Then WK6 with a super chat. I saw Beyonce, Rihanna, and Adele in 2016. Found tickets on Craigslist. Also, Matt, you live in NYC? Tips for furnishing small spaces? Just moved. IKEA. That is your tip for furnishing small spaces. IKEA furniture is a godsend to people in small spaces. The furniture is made for small spaces. And I personally think it's nice. It's comfortable. Most of our IKEA furniture we've used for, a decade plus now, if not longer. I think IKEA is good for people trying to furnish small spaces. Fuggy Bootling with a super chat. Hi, Rebecca and gang. I'm Greg. Happy to help you out with your rent last month. This might have been for Rebecca and she missed it, but good thing I'm here to read it. I'm Greg. Happy to help you out with your rent last month. Good to see you in you're still in your place. Merry Christmas, Leftist Mafia. You folks are the Wu-Tang of the left. Oh, thank you so much. Marla Surratt with a super chat. See Pearl Jam versus Ticketmaster 90, 94, 95. They tried. I think I remember this. Right. Kowalski with the super chat. I think the Trump administration still wants to invade Canada. It could be why they have preemptively destroyed the White House so the Canadians can't burn it down again. Happy holidays. Prototype A with a super chat, $20 super chat. Love and appreciate y'all. Keep up the excellent work. I think Prototype A sent this to two separate people because I saw it twice, once for Rebecca and once now. Colt Dog 7299 with a member for 28 months super chat. Princess Bride is the best. Tokyo Hans with a member for 29 months super chat. I hope everyone is ready for the battle against Christmas. We ride out at dawn. Dress warm and don't forget your thermos of cocoa. Fuggy a bootling again. I would love to see the MAGA reaction if Trump tries this sort of thing on De Niro. And shout out to Binder Dad. Thank you so much, Fuggy. I appreciate that. Carrie Shaw, 4,500 with a $50 super chat. Buy your dad something nice. Carrie, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I certainly will. I can assure you that will be going to him. Get him a nice gift for Christmas. Cynthia Zaddy with a super chat. I love you, Lou. Who's Lou? Tokyo Hans with a super chat. Kowalski is always arming content. He is the best in his field in doing so. Yes. Tracy Eva became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Cthulhu Hoop with a super chat. No message, just a nice little super chat. Thank you. And Tigwick Plays Games with a $50 super chat. Can't forget you, Matt. Thanks for holding down the fort when everyone else taps out. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and the family. I appreciate that, Tigwick. Really do appreciate it. Over on Twitch, really quick. Let me see. Jeltsy resubscribed for 3 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 5 months. W Show, can't wait for this to be read in 4 hours. Well, it says you posted this 2 hours ago, so I'm giving you half of what you're waiting for. Rude Dog 2525 give out 5 community gift subs. Oh, and started a hype train with that. And Rude Dog 2525 also resubscribed with Prime. He's been a subscriber for 29 months. They've been a subscriber for 29 months, I should say. Happy holidays, all. Thank you, Rude Dog. Joey Begadonuts resubscribed with Prime, subscriber for 14 months. You sound like the dork from the Ken and Ken show. Yeah, there might be some relation there. Thank you, the Surfs TV, for rating me with 158 viewers. And Ponderosapine, thank you so much for resubscribing for 21 months at tier 1. Subscriber for 47 months. And Ponderosapine says, I hope you get well soon, Alan. I really appreciate that. And my dad does too, I can assure you. We got one more. Cthulhu Hoop became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Cthulhu Hoop. And folks, just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. I appreciate all the support over the past year. I really appreciate everyone who's had well wishes for my family when my daughter was born earlier this year. And I really appreciate all the well wishes just now from all the people for my dad. I wish you all the very best. And I'll see you all really, really soon in the new year. Who should I raid over on Twitch? Let's see. Who's on right now? Who? Any suggestions? Let's see. Galactic Streamlord, if he's on yet. Let's see. Is Galactic Streamlord? No, I don't see Galactic Streamlord not on, unfortunately. I do see that Amy EC3 is on. And Amy is someone I've been more than happy to raid over many years. One of my go-tos. So I'm gonna raid Amy EC3. All right, folks. I'll see you all really soon. Let me raid Amy EC3. Let me press that start raid button. And happy holidays, happy new year. Stay healthy, stay safe. Love you all. See you all real soon. I'm clicking that raid now button. And then I'm ending the live Leftist Mafia stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.